Hi lovely people, good morning. Yesterday I made some little Christmas fairies, which I thought would be fun today to kind of find a place for them. I do have some ideas and put them up in the living room just to make everything a little bit more festive. Because if you have seen my last video where I'm decorating for Christmas, you will know that we don't have a lot of Christmas decor. Last Christmas we were in an apartment that was less than half the size of this one actually. So our very sparse little minimal Christmas decor is definitely not filling up this apartment, not even the living room. So I wanted to make a few bits to just make our living room feel a little bit more festive. So I made these little Christmas fairies and I thought it would be fun to just give them a spot, even though they kind of look cute there on the shelf as well. So I will first show you how I made these, because these are a really easy, fun little craft to do. If you have some cute little paper lying around, or even just regular old printer paper, it's going to work just fine. You can make these quite easily, and I think it would also be quite a fun craft to do with kids as well. So I'm going to show you how I made these, and then let's find a little place for them. I think I'm probably going to need to put some of these on some more string to get a little bit more height difference in them, but I made quite a few of these. I'm not sure if this I'm going to keep it, but for now I think that's absolutely fine. I feel like it's missing something though. I'm not sure what. If you have any ideas, let me know. Maybe I could put them in like a wreath or something. That might be cute. I don't know yet. I feel like it needs something more. And I think that something might be something along the lines of like greenery. Yeah, we'll see. Let's make some speculaas crumble. So speculaas is I think it's a Dutch type of cookie. It's very similar to a gingerbread cookie. And I figured it would be fun to make a speculaas crumble. So we're first just cutting up 2 apples. This recipe, by the way, is for 4 people. Just cutting it up in some small cubes. I just add that straight into the bowl that I will be baking this in, and I thought it would be nice to add a few raisins, also a little squeeze of lemon juice, and then I ended up adding about half a teaspoon of speculaas spice. I will also have my recipe for the speculaas spice mix in the description box for you, so you can check that out if you'd like to make that yourself. At least here in the Netherlands you can also just buy this pre-made. Adding in some margarine. You could also substitute it for coconut oil. And then adding in your sugar. Here I definitely added a little bit too much sugar. I ended up going with 50 grams, which it was really quite sweet. So next time I will be adding less sugar to this. I figured it would be nice to have a bit of a bite in this recipe, something to chew on. So I ended up about 30 grams of oats, as well as about 80 grams of flour. And then adding about a teaspoon of speculaas spice. I started with half a teaspoon and then later decided to add a little bit more because I wanted the flavor to be a bit stronger. If you are ever going to try this, please make sure you have a bigger mixing bowl because this is annoying. Then adding a little bit of salt to taste. And then just putting the crumble on top of the apple mixture. Topping it off with a few almonds. Depending on how nutty you like this, you can either add more or less. And then baking that for about 25 minutes on 180 degrees and you have a delicious apple crumble, which is even better with a little bit of ice cream on the side. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, which are really the best ways that you can support my channel. I wish you a lovely rest of your day and I will see you in my next video. Bye!